I can't answer this now. Who is that? 3670. 3670. No name brand. Don't know who that was. Could be. Sunday afternoon at Djuma Game Reserve, and this is Wilder Safari. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark, and Tara is on camera again. She's addicted to it now, but I know why Tara is with us. We're going to have a fun afternoon. Craig's in final control with Seb as well, and Kelly and company, and we're hoping we're going to have a lovely afternoon this afternoon with you behind the camera as well, and or maybe, well, you with the camera. So enjoy it with us, and hopefully we're going to have some interaction with all of our viewers. We're on the open area. We've got a little bit of a breeze coming in from the north. It's an unusual breeze in that it is coming from the north. It's actually coming from the northeast. We normally have wind from the southeast, so this could be bringing a weather change, could be bringing anything. Other than that, I want to have a look around Chelapan. We saw Karula's cubs there, one of them there this morning. Some very interesting interaction between Karula, one of Karula's youngsters, the little boy, and a young hippo that has been displaced somehow. We're not too sure of the circumstances, but he's a little bit of a lost soul at the moment. He seems to not know where to go, and at the moment he's hanging around Chelapan. I'm guessing that he's probably going to be at Chelapan, if not in the water, but lying outside the water. It'll be interesting to see if the cubs are still there, but more interestingly will be to see if Karula has come back, and we're going to look for tracks of hers, because if she managed to make a kill, she would have come back to fetch the youngsters and gone back with them. A couple of the guys from the lodge are out in the west and the south. I think they're looking for signs of a black rhino that was seen this morning just off of our traversing area. There were reports that this rhino did come our way, but there were no tracks on our side, so I'm hoping maybe Texan or Ephraim might find something. Other than that, we'll just have to wait and see. There was a report of a puff adder moving south on Zoe's Road, but I think it was too long ago, and for us to go and then try and see it, no chance. We might find our own snakes. It's a warm afternoon. It's been lovely sunshine all day. It's a kind of afternoon that snakes might be moving around, reptiles and things. I think spring is in the air. I think that there's this switch from really wintry conditions to getting to warmer, more springtime conditions. Not to say that there's rain, but it doesn't need rain for things to start greening up a little bit, the trees at least, blossoms coming out, and some of the creatures to start moving around. So join me, let's go for a ride and see what we can find. I'm expecting to have quite a fun afternoon with everyone this afternoon. Got a bit of a surprise. Something that was thought of. Tara, this could only be you. I mean, I can't imagine. It's got Tara written all over it. Dung in the dashboard. It's not like there's a shortage of it that you've got to collect. That's okay. I've had my fair share of things lying around the vehicle. I've got, I don't know where it is. I've got that bagworm I found. I've still got the jackalberry fruits on the dashboard from this morning. We do this. We pick things up, and they're reminders. They're little reminders of our drives. Go from there. We also want to go up towards Buffelshoek Dam as well later on to look for. There was a track of a big male leopard as well as a young female. Could have been I thought there was a young male, but there were tracks of a very young leopard up at Buffelshoek Dam, Hippo Pool Road, going up towards Warripan. Hey little boy, full of flies. So there was a bit of leopard activity around What is this? This is an unusual track. It's on top of the people that walked here this morning. What do you think, Tara? Ah, that's a good call, maybe. But a very small dog. Yeah, didn't think of that. Tips of marula branches and the edges of the branches are starting to swell a little bit, and that means that flower buds are starting to develop on the marula branches. What's up, go away bird? I see you've been following us. I better stop and have a look at you. Is that what you're trying to do? Grab your 15 seconds of fame? Sitting in an albizia. It's another one that's going to be flowering early, the albizias. I see, that's a tambuti, the albizia is behind it. Little tambuti. Also starting to get little swellings on the buds. Flowers going to be coming out. And the go-away bird, for the next few months, is actually going to be eating predominantly on flowers. What's up, bird? It's just doing the go part of its call, not the way. Go, go. Unless there's something here. Family of the turacos, and now all of the turacos are actually very beautiful birds. They're some of the most beautiful birds. And you think the lilac-breasted roller is pretty, you should see some of the turacos. And we do get one of them here in the Sabi sand, but we mostly only get them in the thick riverine forest along the sand in the Sabi River. It's called the purple-crested luri, or the purple-crested turaco. Touraco. And they have the most incredible scarlet Scarlet or crimson wings. Kind of a red in between scarlet. It's weird how the go-away birds are just plain brown, or rather grey. What is it about that seat that gives you hiccups, Tara? 5 minutes on the camera chair, Tara gets hiccups. Maybe. Sat there behind the camera. Sitting. There's been a 1.5 year long debate between us as to the use of the words sit and sat and sitting, and come to the conclusion that it's just you folks in the UK that have it all wrong. You'd think that's where English originated. You'd think that you'd be right. You'd sort of. I am sat here driving this afternoon. No, doesn't work for me. No, that's exactly the context. Tara's saying it's the wrong context. Okay, then how about Induna was sat at the dam? Is that the wrong context? I'm sat here watching an elephant. No, I'm sitting here watching an elephant. It's present tense. Sat is past tense. Okay, so if sat is the past tense of sit, what's the past tense of fit? I do recall seeing. Yes. Why can't the English learn to speak? My fair lady. What? More food per mouthful as possible. I don't get it. More food per mouthful as possible. I only got a giggle. It means something to Tara, it doesn't mean anything to me. Is that possible? It is. More food per mouthful as possible. Hello Drongo, come with us. Tara, there's a lot that makes sense in your head that baffles me. I wish you could hear Tara, because then you're only getting one side of the conversation here. But I'll have to repeat what she says. Ho hum. So you can say I can fit into these jeans, and in past tense I did fit into the jeans, or you could say I fitted into these jeans, but according to Tara it would be I fat into these jeans. Look here. I was too. It looks kind of human placed, but I think it might be squirrel placed. Yeah, you see it is. There's a little pile of excavated marula nuts by a very experienced little squirrel who knows exactly where to chew on them And as you can see, the little holes in these nuts, these are actually not the nuts, these are the stones of the marula fruit. And inside each of these little holes is a dicotyledon. It tastes delicious. And this little squirrel has managed to pop, you see, is that too close? Hmm? Is this too close?
Oh, give it down.
I'll hold it a bit. I will.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find you a dry nut that is unopened and show you. When you see the whole stone or the kernel, you don't actually see these eyes. These eyes are almost uniform with the whole thing, and they're not very easy to pop open. And because they're so delicious and because they are sought after, if they were readily available, then too many animals would eat them, and there wouldn't be enough of them that survive for them to be able to germinate. So it's very important that nature has created a real sort of conundrum how to get into a marula nut. And this little squirrel that has been chewing on these somehow has been picking now. There's a marula tree there, there's a little one behind us. This little squirrel, and it's also probably picking them out of old elephant dung, knows exactly where to go on the stone to pop it. And as you can see, just next to the eye, there's a little soft spot, and it gets one of its incisors in there and it pops it open. You can see that this squirrel is an adult. It hasn't really been needed to try very hard. There's no chewing anywhere else on the whole nut. This one is different, however. This one shows how because it was underneath, might have been one of the first. You can see how at the back here it started chewing through the stone, and then getting into the cavity where the nut was held, and obviously not finding the eye. And it tried in two places, and then eventually found the two little eyes to pop to get in there. Sometimes you get 3 chambers. Occasionally you get 3 chambers. Look at that, like a little E.T. Or should it be that way?
Yeah, that's it.
See, that's how Spielberg thinks of these things. He just takes examples of nature. Yeah, that was E.T. I'm going to leave the squirrel's nuts alone and move on. But you know, nature can produce things that even Spielberg can't think of. Some of the most incredible things that might seem like science fiction that actually happen. I'll think of a couple for you shortly. First we're going to wander down to Treehouse Dam. Remind me to tell you of the parasitic wasp and the super parasitic wasp. That's something out of a science fiction novel, but it happens for real. waking up too much. Funny enough, I was getting a better signal on the handheld. Let me try something. Try that again. It's a bit better, but I still couldn't copy Craig. Dave wanting to know something about the Rhino. Sorry Dave, I'm just going to have to wait till we get a better area. Pretty quiet day at Treehouse Dale. Not much happening. Heard something. There was a bird shouting, but it stopped. Go again, Ephraim.
Yeah, what's gone? What?
Copy, thanks. Kind of quiet if the guys are calling ground hornbills. Today I'm going to do something completely different. Yes, I am copying you now. Okay, go. Dave wanted... Oh, hello Dave. Wanting to know... Sorry. About the black rhino this morning. Okay, Ephraim's good. He's going to go look at those rhino... leopard tracks maybe. Dave, can't tell you much about the black rhino. It was seen on on Elephant Plains, and Ryan saw it on Ryan. So, look, here's a leopard cub. What are you doing here, child? You always wander too far, little girl. What's she watching? She's watching something. I guess Mom hasn't come to fetch them yet. Oh gosh, that's just such a gorgeous picture, that beautiful light. Anyway, Dave, this black rhino was seen briefly by Ryan on Arathusa. There were reports that it had maybe run across Triple M coming onto our side, and we all went up. Actually, 4 of us. Actually, there were 5 vehicles of us. I mean, it was myself, Ephraim, Texan, and Lucas driving Inga's guests, and Aubrey from Gallagher. And all of us were up on Triple M looking around. We saw some elephant, but there was no signs of that black rhino. But it was just quite a remarkable thing that this black rhino had appeared out of nowhere. Now this morning we were at Chelapan. We heard, well, first we were in the riverbed, and no, we weren't. First we heard squirrels and franklin's crying and shouting, and we got into the riverbed below Chelapan, and the next minute a duiker burst out of the bush running towards us. And well, you know what it's like. Duiker tend to run away from a vehicle, not run towards it. And then we noticed the little boy, her brother, and then we noticed this hippo, the young hippo that was lying in the water below Twin Dams. That little hippo was all around, and this little leopard and this little hippo were, well, I don't exactly know what they were doing, but they were together. And he was very shy. He's much shyer than her. I mean, she's quite happy to let us sit here. He would have run away already by now. Hello, bee. Got a bee coming for water. Should give it some. I'm reluctant to call her in, but I have to. One Karula Mampimpan Chelapan Road. No, one at the young Mafazi Mampimpan. I think this little girl's going to be independent far before Mission and Duna were. Oh, pretty. The word's gone out. Excuse me. Thanks. Have you got a clear shot? Or have you got this branch in the way?
Yeah,
This potato bush.
yeah, no, we've got a clear shot.
Hmm?
We're just over the top of it.
Okay. Can't be the far. This is the female. The other one's down at Chelapan. So I mean they must be about 100 meters apart. Oh no, he hasn't seen it. He's just telling others that we've got her. Okay, I'm not at Chelapan, I'm on Chelapan Road, just east of Weaver's Nest. Parrots flying overhead. Copy text. Surely this is just going to be a 2-vehicle lock.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, this is going to be a 2-vehicle lock, which means we're going to be forced on pretty soon. Kevin wants to know if this one has a name. Oi, Kevin, I think we get asked 10 times a day about the names of these youngsters, and it's not up to us, I'm afraid. It's up to the guides, and they're the ones that are going to be naming them. I can't tell you. They haven't been named yet, and I can't tell you when they're going to be named. We were hoping that they'd have names by the time we left. I have suggestions for names. I think I can talk to Ephraim and Tex, and I think maybe we need to have a Rangers meeting pretty soon to discuss the matter. It would be nice to have them named before we leave. This drive today is number 15 and counting. Counting down. So, yeah. Roy. Roy's asking when we leave the reserve what will be the safety status of all the game. Roy, the status won't change one iota, not at all. The guides are all conscientious. They will carry on as it has always been. I don't even think that our departure will make any difference. To the game, I mean, to the wildlife. Obviously to ourselves and to all of you out there. Well, that's another matter entirely. We are not all of us are not going to fare as well as the animals are. Oh, give us a yawn, little girl. Don't go anywhere. Amanda wants to know if they purr like house cats. No, Amanda, no. Leopards don't purr. They do growl. I think she's getting bored with us, showing us her back. But no, they don't purr. Only big cats that purr are cheetah. And we're getting a good view of her back and her spot pattern along the spine. That is just as unique as the spot patterns on her face, just as unique as any part of her body that you could identify her from. Hello, Herman. How's it, dude? Hope you're doing okay. Feeling better. Herman saying hello, Tara.
Hi, Herman. We're missing you.
Tara's missing you, in case you didn't hear that. I'm not missing you. No, I'm joking, dude. Really. No, we are missing you. You know, one day when Karula's gone, this little girl is going to be here in her place. She's there's just so much about her that reminds me of Karula. That look now, that is Karula. Ears just a little bit back, just yeah, that. So what would be better here, slower or faster shutter speed? Zooming in.
Oh, you're talking to me?
Yes.
Sorry.
Okay.
Probably
Because I'm
faster shutter speed.
well, if I'm trying to shoot it on the fastest I can, but we go
You've
aperture.
got quite bright light, or your ISO about 100. That'll give you quite good clear picture.
I mean, I'd like to try and get it as high as possible, but this little camera does magic stuff on macro. But trying to zoom in and then take a photograph of her, and then trying to then digitally zoom in afterwards, it's impossible.
You just need to have very high pixels if you can.
Oh, I suppose that's impossible. I'd have to shoot it on RAW.
Yeah. It's always a good one.
Alright, never mind. I've taken a couple, but it's not going to be any good. Put away fly. All for my tea. She's hearing something walking or moving in the grasses, piquing her interest. Go ahead, Tex. Yeah, fam. Somebody's radio is not good. Last station, you're breaking up badly. Weezy wants to know how old leopard usually live and how many teeth do they have. Well, I guess you could say on average probably around 12 to 14 years, but there have been some individuals here in the Sabi Sand that have lived up to 18, 19. I mean, Safari's got to be close to 20 by now. Safari is the grandmother of this leopard, mother of Karula. So I'd say that's an extreme case, but not more than 15 would be the norm. How many teeth do they have? Well, you only really have to be concerned with 4 really, those big canines. But let me think. Dental formula is they would have 6 incisors, 2 canines, 2 premolars, and then is it 3 molars? All of those actually in a set of teeth known as the carnassials, or 1 premolar. I don't know if I have.
I think it's
3 premolars and 2. No, not that book. I will see if I've got an idea of the dental formula in one of my books for you. Okay. Station from Chelapan, standby. Oh, it takes him. Alright, well we suddenly got, hang on, before. Man, Dagu farm. We're going to move the other vehicles here. Hey, we'll stand by, I'm going to pull out. Who, they're from? Our station's leaving lock of Young Montimpan, Ingwe, Abel and Texan on lock, and Ephraim on standby. So that question was, did I finish? Gosh, my brain. Did I finish that question? How many teeth? Yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Vultures to a kill. Suddenly vehicles converging, and well, necessary for us to give them space, but that's okay because I don't think any of them know that we saw the little boy here at Chelapan. We'll just go look for him. We might see him. Oh, maybe it was a hammer clip. Go.
Thanks,
Oh, you're welcome to.
Mike was a
Okay, thanks, sir. I think the other man Pimpan is here. Yeah, I saw him briefly this morning with that Mvubu. They obviously didn't copy me this morning on the radio. I wondered why it was so quiet after I called it in. But everybody was up on Buffelshoek anyway, looking for other things. So that young hippo was here in the water, evidently, or maybe lying next to it. Evidently moved towards the back. But you know, one of the things that Tara and I were talking about this morning was how that little girl wanders so far from where Karula leaves them. I think the little boy, he sort of stays in the same place. But she's getting very bold and she's wandering 100, 200 meters away from where Karula leads them. And there was that time at Treehouse Dam a little while ago when we were with her, well, with them. And then Karula came back. Well, Grandpa was there too. And she moved far away onto the other side of the dam, so when Karula came back, they couldn't even find her, and actually she and the little male, Karula and the male, moved off. And I think they were only reunited some time later. And then there was, I think, a time at Gary Dam too. It was just a little boy and Karula, and she wasn't around for a while. That does make a lot of people worry, but I don't think one needs to worry too much. So I was saying when she caught up with him the other day, it also took a little while for the little girl to respond to Karula's calling. There's a starling shouting up here. He was up here when we last saw him. Look at this magnificent jackalberry tree. Rhino in a crash up on Torchwood. second rock I think is on 40. They must be out crashed on fire with 3 others. 8 rhino in a crash. Hello, few people asking if Karula's youngster has a wow on her forehead. No, I think you'll find you go through thousands and thousands of leopards being born before you get another leopard with a wow. The little boy is quite. Tara's saying the little boy is quite close. I've never looked at that. But we're trying to find him now, so maybe we'll get lucky and be able to see that. But at the moment we are not getting very lucky. He's shy, you know. I think it's almost pointless actually looking for him because he's so shy. He's just, if he sees us, he's just going to run. If Karula's around, he's fine. But when he's on his own like this, he's a little bit nervous. It's like Janine, morning, afternoon, good evening. Why doesn't the young female stay with her brother? Isn't it safety in numbers? Mission and Duna used to spend time together. Janine, only one that can answer that question is the young female, and unfortunately she's not talking at the moment. I haven't the foggiest idea why. She's a little bit, here's some old leopard tracks. She's a little bit more independent. I don't know. I really couldn't answer that. It's one of those things. It's a behavioral thing. It's in the mind. It's in the makeup and the mind and the character and the temperament of the leopard. And it's almost impossible to read that or to get an insight into that. I have no idea why she chooses not to be with her brother. It might have something to do with the fact that it's a male and a female. I somehow doubt that. I've seen cubs of different sexes being quite close into sub-adulthood. I have no idea, I'm afraid. You know what I think we're going to do? We're going to go to Twin Dams. I think we'll go to Twin Dams and on to Leadwood Road. We haven't been there for a while. Well, I haven't. Just a request from me this afternoon, because I was going to plan on doing something a little different. Let me know where you're from when you're sending an email question. I was getting to that just when we found the little girl. And judging by lack of sightings this afternoon, elephant crossing. Vicky in New Mexico wanting the size and weight of the cubs. Gee, you know, it's about the size of a young Labrador. It's about the size of a bit bigger than a Cocker Spaniel. Make it about a 6-month-old Labrador, 6 to 8 month old lab. Weight, I'd probably put it at maybe 20, 25 kilograms, hardly even 30. Yeah, I'd say 20 or 25 kilograms. Unfortunately, you know, it's difficult. These difficult. Actually, I think instead of taking Twin Dams Road, I'm going to go down the riverbed. One thing I want to show you here is very interesting. This piece of leadwood. Look at this vine growing up the leadwood. You all know how they say that the water down a drain goes counterclockwise in the southern hemisphere and clockwise in the northern hemisphere. Well, there is a fair amount of truth to that. It's all got to do with the Coriolis effect of the planet and the way the planet turns and the tilt of the axis on the planet and the angle of the sun and all of those things. Well, vines and creepers in the sun, it doesn't have any flowers at the moment. And in the northern hemisphere, if any of you have gardens with creepers, have a look and let me know. Run outside quickly and have a look and let me know if you can see that they're growing clockwise or counterclockwise. We call it anti-clockwise, but counterclockwise in the northern hemisphere. And it's a pretty hard and fast rule. There are odd exceptions, but generally speaking it's a pretty hard and fast rule, and that's got to do with the angle of the earth and the sun. Kev, hello Kev. Thank you for that. 30 teeth. 30 teeth. Oh, there's a monkey. Just jumped across from one tree to the next. Let's have a look at some monkeys. We're kind of missing monkeys these days. They're no more. Really?
Yes.
I haven't seen them in camp for. Oh, I haven't seen them in camp for a long time. Is it even going to be visible to us? Kev's saying leopards have 30 teeth. Thanks, Kev. You calling me? Mumba Road crossing, Milwati.
Keep coming back to the Mapupan where you have to take lock for the jump. So I'll have to pull out here below for Chicago.
Okay, we'll do.
Yeah, Jockey said he won't be coming from a paper. Okay, yeah, Marc, if you copy that, just keep coming. I'll have to leave the lock now.
That's okay, Abel, you can leave the lock.
Do you know if anybody's checked the PC car since you were there?
Are you getting any of them?
No, they've all been behind the
Yeah, they're all sort of
Just
they.
about got one now.
Yeah, they're in that big robusta and they're eating the seed pods. All right, let's move. Ready? Did you hear that? What was it? Hardy dog. Hardy dog. Abel, come in. Abel, come in. Hello, mongoose. Abel, I'm almost at Chelapan. I'll come back to that thing where to wait for Ryan. Okay, copy. So, Kev, thanks for that 30 teeth. So that would be an uneven number on the top and the bottom. $16 and $14. See if I can find the dental formula. Where's the? Oh, there's the young hippo. We'll come back. It's moving back into the bush. We'll give it a break. Oops. Lacenonyx jubatus, Panthera leo. I want Panthera pardus. Panthera pardus. There's them as well. 90, 112, 96 weeks, and then 2 years, 20 years. Cites, 1 week of age, suckle. Doesn't give me much about dental formula. On the other hand, I have another book that might. Okay, what can I pull in? Sawa. Oh, she's moved. You know, I know why she's moved. Because somebody probably tried to get too close to her. Yeah. But it's right on top of her. Irksome. And that is literally right on top of it. The people are pointing their camera. Okay, are you coming out first? And people are pointing their camera almost right down below the vehicle. Ryan, I see you. Okay, I see she's moving again.
Which way is she going?
Back down towards Chelapan, but I'm sure she'll relax as soon as the vehicle stops.
Yeah, keep coming, right?
Let's stop here. Just to keep an eye on her. Huh?
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, might be behind that tree, stump. I see we have two vehicles in here. She's going to move, so I'm going to just let Ryan come in and then. Okay, Ryan, keep coming. Can you see that small terminalia at about 1 o'clock to you? Straight in front of me.
About 25 meters from you.
Yeah, our firm is a dead log in front of it. She's just gone, sort of just southeast of that.
Copy.
Yeah. Okay, you got visual. Okay, cool. I'm going to pull out. I don't think she'll be too happy with two of us in the 15. Yeah, no, I'm sure. Don't worry. Okay, thanks. We had a brief visual of that the other Mampimpa on that Chalapan this morning with that young Ngubu that is there. No, you were lucky on that one, eh? Ryan's saying he got some really nice pictures of that black rhino this morning. That was just doing a favour for a friend, just to make sure that he got. I think he's got people who know. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if there might be viewers that are on his vehicle, because they've evidently been asking for Karula and are just as happy to see her youngster. I'd like to go there, but she's starting to move and we don't want to push her. Karula's going to be coming back, going to be looking for her, and just, I don't know, it's just not good. Especially now, like that kind of sighting should only be a one vehicle lock, in my opinion. When she's off-road, maybe I can borrow one of Graham's. You've got a skull, Tara.
Yeah.
There you go. Kev and everybody else who's interested in leopard teeth, Tara's going to bring a replica leopard skull on drive tomorrow.
Yeah, I brought it on drive a couple of times.
She has brought it on drive a couple of times, and she's going to bring it again on drive soon, and Tara will give you a lesson on the dentition of a leopard. The female is what? Three and two. 3 and 2. 3 molars. Upper and lower. Thanks, Kev. No, it can't be. People are saying that vines grow counterclockwise in the USA. And some are saying clockwise. I guess it all depends on how you look at it. And they've got to be clockwise. As they grow up from the base, they either. Thanks for going to have a look anyway. See if we can see this little hippo. Maybe the little boy is here, this side of the band, the pan. And then we're going to... Hiding somewhere in this thick stuff. Not so little. Maybe close to 3 years old at least. 2.5 maybe. I'm gonna take a ride along the riverbed to Twin Dams now, because I love that drive. Oh look. Oh, the camera's getting the nod again. Does that to me. You lock it off and it's fine for half an hour, and then all of a sudden it starts dipping down. Tammy from Indiana says it's dangerous to drive and read. I know, Tammy. I'm all in for danger. I'm a thrill seeker. No, you're right, Tammy. I wouldn't even do that on an open road with other traffic. I'd only do that in first gear, driving very slowly on a 2-track. Whoa! Sorry, are you still there? Is the camera still there? I keep forgetting that that's not as smooth as it used to be. It's eroded badly, so it's like, whoa. I mean, like this is a road, don't need hands even. It's like a railway line, the wheels just follow the sand. No. So you all know, I'm sure, and hopefully the signal's good. Look at this. It's nice to know. I saw the day that this buffalo thorn was pushed over. It's probably one of the biggest buffalo thorns I've ever seen in my life. And I remember the day it was pushed over, Daniel and I were down here doing voiceover, and the elephant was actually still around. But it still looks like it's hanging in there. Most magnificent specimen of a buffalo thorn. Anyways, you all know what a beatbox is, don't you? I don't have a beatbox. I have a beat up box. Seriously, beat up. This is my beat up box. I don't know why it's not on. Oh, there it's on. and that thing has bounced around my Land Rover through thick and thin. It's my sound system for my Land Rover. And I don't know if any of you know Etta James. Some of you might know Etta Jones. But both Etta James. This must be that thing. Okay. Giving a bad vibration. I only want good vibrations now. Anyways.
I want a Sunday kind of love. A love to last past.
This is how I feel
Saturday night.
for everybody who's been our viewers over the years.
I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh yeah, I want a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody, someone to care.
So, my sentiments about Sundays and all you viewers. This is our second last Sunday. There have been many times on full moons we've sat in this riverbed, made a little fire, long after everybody's gone to bed. Malusi, if you're watching, Mel and I used to come here occasionally. Herman and I have good memories of this riverbed too. Full moon, so bright you can read a book. So over time, there have been times over drives over many years, well, 2.5. And I'm talking to viewers, I'm talking to you, and things come to mind. And suddenly a song comes to mind. Today is the day when, if a song comes to mind, I'm going to be able to play a few bars of that song. It's not like I'm opening up a request line, but well, let us see. It needs one of my hair elastics to hold it closed because it's also bounced around my Land Rover a few times, cracked open, broken in pieces. It's one of the first video iPods ever. It's about 5 years old. 6 years old, nearly 6 years old. So there's another one. Before I go there, this is Mildred Bailey, and I don't think it's her original, but before I go there, I was asked this morning a question about whether animals have mineral licks. Yeah, and natural ones. Obviously we don't put out mineral licks. It wouldn't be a bad idea to put one on quarantine. And I said that this is one area where it's possible that there are. Whoops. Now, the wall of this riverbed, you can see where this river has flowed in the past. Almost, see, head height to me. Up here, this is how deep it has been some time ago. Obviously along maybe the 98 floods or something. And hopefully signal is still okay, but here's an area where it looks very much like animals have been excavating, probably for minerals. A couple of little spots like that. Nice big pile of rhino dung. Huge pile of rhino dung. Trevor's book.
Oh! Just have a quick look at that.
Okay, Tora wants to look at the rhino dung quickly.
Oh, okay.
I want to, or you want? You wanted to. You're the dung person. You go and scratch in it, not me. Kev, thanks. Sending me a picture of from Craig's brother's book of the dentition. I've also got it in the Smithers. What?
I thought I saw a leaf.
There might be the odd leaf.
No, but I thought actually inside. I thought it might have been a black rhino.
Yeah, I also thought so, but it's too dark.
That's true.
Thanks, Kev. Muchas gracias, amigo. Asante sana, Rafiki. Oh boy. So, where was I? Here's one that we've thought of on the odd occasion. This is an old shellac pressing, so it's a bit scratchy. I don't want to put anyone to sleep right now. What was the other Georgia ones? I should have written them down. I got an email on Facebook. Rainy night in Georgia. How about that one? Do you want that? Do you want Otis Redding?
Yeah.
Okay. Tara's been singing it for how many days now?
I don't know.
Okay. Otis Redding it is. Artists. A, B, C, D, O. Oscar Lopez. Otis Redding. The album is called The Dock of the Bay, but the song's not there. I do the very best of Otis. That one.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. Yeah. Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. I left my home in Georgia, headed for the Frisco Bay. I've had nothing to live for, Look like nothing's gonna come my way. So I'm just gonna sit on the dock of the bay.
There you go. Put that one in your heads and think about it. We need to think of one though that's going to be the parting number next week. Which one is that? Some primates. A couple of vervets here. Is that my theme song? Okay. I don't know if I got it. I can try it. Monkeys are gone. Dolly wants to know if the guests have to close their doors if the leopards are close to the lodge. Yes, very much so, Dolly. They have to stay in their rooms. They have to wait until security... Oh, here's the male. What you up to there, boy? Are they probably eating jackleberry fruits that are falling? They're the riper ones. To the dam?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, saddleball stalk flying in. White primaries. Yeah, it is. It's just gone below the dam wall. There's a saddleball. It's massive. It's got the biggest white primary feathers of any bird. I know. Maybe a swan, but we don't get swan. Maybe a swan's got bigger primaries than that. But there's a saddleball stalk. It's just landed below the dam. The hippo in the dam. I want to get up to Leadwood Road for the sunset. And hopefully we don't disturb the stalk, but we might not have any choice because it's gone into that little pan below the dam wall here at the dam. Now the saddleball stalk is like one of the big five of the bird world. Before we need to get up to Treehouse, or rather Leadwood Road. Yeah, it's there. Debbie wants to know if baby hippo's in danger of predators without mama. No, well, not really. Pride lion might get it. Looks like, look at that beautiful bird. Absolutely beautiful. This little mud wallow is drying up. Makes frogging very, very easy. Oh, that is one of the most stunning stalks. No, that hippo is big enough to really take care of itself, unless a fairly large pride lion come along. Body wise, it's probably a little bit bigger than a buffalo, but it doesn't stand as high as a buffalo. Much shorter legs. And yeah, I guess a pride lion could take it. Let me see if I can roll for. No. What we need to do is go back to the dam, see it coming over the wall. You got it there, Tara?
No.
Yes, Kev, I do have Louis. I've got Louis and Ella Fitzgerald. I've got Louis and a few others too. Louis Armstrong. such an incredible bird, that. Normally in pairs, so its mate might be close by. It looked like that was the male actually. Very striking black and red beak with a yellow patch on the beak that looks like a saddle, and that's what gives it a name. Saddle-billed stork. So here we are on the main road, so an appropriate tune for this moment.
But I'm out on the road again.
Not the original, but
And I'm so tired of crying, but I'm out on the road again. I ain't got nobody just to call my special friend. You know, the first time I traveled out in the rain and snow.
in the rain and snow.
Time I traveled
Out in the rain and snow. Rain and snow.
Oh, I didn't have to pay about place to
Okay, now what I need to do is download, if I can. Don't know how I'm going to do it without iTunes and stuff, and the computer that's being a brat. The chicken dance. Because you might be lucky in a few days' time to see the chicken dance. I shouldn't have told you, should have made it a surprise. But stay tuned, watch the space. Sometime between now and next Sunday, it's gonna happen one time only. Without any rehearsal. There goes a daycare. Anything, I wonder, that Louis has that's appropriate? Very typical of Louis. The time in the world,
Time enough for life to unfold.
Louis Armstrong, we have all the time in the world. I wish. Doug, hello Doug. Corey, no, is the saddlebill stork as big as a Corey bustard? And do we have any Corey bustards? Louis? No, not Louis. Doug. Corey bustard is the largest flighted bird. So it is bigger than a saddlebill stork. Probably not as tall. Maybe about as tall. but it's just bigger bodied, bigger wingspan, just bigger, Battalier up ahead. And not here at Duma, but here in the Sabi Sand, like cheetah plains, where the big open plain is called cheetah plains. There's Cory Bustard being seen there. Cory Bustard's habitat is open grass, vast open grasslands where they can cruise and hunt things. And another is the Battalier, both Battaliers. 3. Okay, copy, thanks. No, went pin down. Ephraim, come in. Ephraim, come in. Yeah, he's saying he's at second rock, he's nearly finished cruising. So are we good? But it shouldn't be. I mean, we're on high ground here.
you need to move your head that way or that. Actually, you're better off going that way. That's it.
I'm scared of heights. I can't get down. Well, that was sunset. Don't know why we were losing picture. We're in a good place if we hunt old lilac-breasted roller feathers, but this one is the important one. This is that long tail streamer feather. That's very damaged. Hardly anything left of it. They've been under the grass cutter. Okay, on our way. Try again, Craig. Oh, something's wrong. You're losing picture. You know, I think one of the into Georgia or Atlanta. Well, Atlanta's in Georgia, but I never even got close to Georgia. But I have a kidney called Georgina. So I guess that's why I kind of relate in a way, because it came from a town called George. We have a town in South Africa called George, and a very close friend of my brother and I named it Georgina. So for a while I wasn't asked how I was doing, but I was asked how Georgina was doing. This was after a transplant. So, hello Zebra. So Vanessa used to say to me, Mark, how's Georgina? Not Mark, how are you? And then, ironically, I eventually started working for a wonderful woman by the name of Georgina. Hello horses. The youngster's suckling. Getting a bit old to suckle there, little one. They're getting a bit feisty, those zebra. A little pushing and shoving. Let me go back a little bit. Hello, sorry, Seb. Hello to who? Oh, gee. Okay. Hello, Beaker.
Thanks very much. Thanks. Thanks. I just wanted to ask you, would it be okay with you if I stop for Puzza on Philemon Cutline, Zoe's Road Junction?
Yeah, sure, you're welcome.
Thanks, Paul.
Ryan didn't get that. What you got?
I was just leaving the Misikaya open and active.
Okay, copied. Are they in the schedule?
There's a Mapazi laying on the eastern side. Those two little ones are with her. And then the other three are just laying on the western side. So body there.
Okay, copy. Bye, zebra. Hello, Beaker. Glad to have you with us today. A little bit of a maybe a little bit naughty. So what's it going to be? Drakensberg or Cheetah Cutline? Looks like Drakensberg it is. There are not many cars been down this way today. They still haven't moved this tree. Maybe they'll leave the tree and the road will eventually go around. It's what I do at home. Some of the big knob thorns that were pushed over, I don't like cutting things down, so it was just better to just leave the tree where it was and reroute the road, and it makes it better than having a straight road anyway. But why? Look at this. I have to cut these knob thorns like this. One of the most important trees, living knob thorns. They've got to cut 4 feet off of the ground. Brainless. Huh? Pardon? Yes, keep your eyes out. Every road, knob thorns cut 3 or 4 feet high. One of the most important species in this environment. You don't even drive over baby knob thorn, but of course I'm gonna sneeze. Thank you. I am indeed. Look at this. There's nothing left. It's falling out in handfuls. One of these days there's going to be nothing here. Used to be nice and big and bushy. Seb's is getting longer than mine, and mine's been growing probably for about 4 years longer than Seb's. Seb's has been growing his for about 3 months. It's longer. Thicker. I used to have long and thick hair. Used to, the operative word. Destined to suffer the effects of aging. Good luck, man. I'm still not going to cut it, even when there's only like 1 or 2 wisps of hair at the back. I'm still going to leave them. Maybe. So it's time to see if we can catch up with one of these cats that have been around today. Looked like a big male and a young female that were cruising around a bit further north from us. Maybe we can alternate between Drakensberg Drive, which runs parallel to Cheetah Cutline, and Cheetah Cutline. You know what I'm surprised about? Is that it's been a long time since somebody has asked us what we really live.
Yeah.
I don't know, we used to be asked several times a day, is this really live? And we used to come up with all sorts of things to say, well, yes, and ways to prove that it is still a live broadcast. But it's weird, we haven't had any doubters in months. And unfortunately, no FSC tonight. With only 4 of us in camp, it's very difficult to produce something like that. Is that a cuckoo? No, it's a rep. What? Maybe it's a bit too high for you.
Yeah, it is a lot.
It's a gabar goshawk. It's probably the same gabar we've been seeing up here, but it sounds like it's been chasing something. For a minute there I thought it was a cuckoo, but it's actually just been eating. It's cleaning its beak. I think it's just been feeding on something. Very alert. This is a perfect time for hunting for these small raptors. But the way it's cleaning its beak is indicative of having recently fed on something. And just how active all its activity, all its movement is telling me it's been feeding. Whoa! Gee, it almost took my hat off. Well, maybe it was a few feet away, but it came down pretty close. Beautiful. There it is, on the dead tree.
Oh yeah.
Needs to go behind this terminalia, might get a better visual. Pearl-spotted owlet. I have to stop. Couldn't see that log in the long grass. Another little raptor. Pearl-spotted owlet, it's just been calling. It's even smaller than that little goshawk. It's one of the smallest owlets that we have here. Perhaps even smaller than a dove. And what we're seeing now, the false eyes, they're now the real eyes. Turns its head so quickly you can't really tell sometimes, especially from this distance. Looking at us now, looking sideways. I want it to look the other way, and you'll see it's got false eyes on the back of it there. Cryptic coloration. These false eyes on the back of its head. It's looking at us, looking away. Looking at us. Still looking at us. Who's that? Karen wants to know if we have any ostriches in the Sabi Sand. Yes, we do, Karen.
It is Makura. Makura is camping out in Social Dam.
I guess you weren't with Tara the other day when she bumped into 3 of them. 3 ostrich. And then probably about a year ago, she managed to bump into another one. This is much the same way I was saying earlier. The Kori bustard, which is the largest flighted bird, lives on open grassland, plains areas. So does the ostrich, and we don't have that habitat type here. Now, Kori bustards can fly from one open patch of ground to the other, which is one of the reasons why we're not likely to see Kori bustards here. But ostrich, on the other hand, have to walk from one open area to the other, and that's when they have to cross through areas like this. And that's why every now and then we occasionally see an ostrich. But it's not something we're going to see regularly. We're lucky once a year, you know. Even then, there's no regularity to it. It could be 3 years before we see an ostrich again. Could be next week. It's not something that you can put a time frame to. But there are in some of the big open areas of Spisabi Sand, maybe up on Buffelshoek, maybe down towards Mala Mala. There are ostrich. Gain on. No, put it on 18 or put it down too high, and then because it's too wide, and then you can go back to like 100, 120 shutter speed. No, but it takes this whiteness. Yeah, so then you drop the iris, up the shutter speed. Maybe it's this then. Nice to have it working again though. Okay, that's maybe more accurate. There you go, it's nice. A little bit too light for lights and getting a little bit too dark to see. Muscular times. Go back up to sheet of cut line. Nightjar's out already. land in a tree for now and come back to the road. Finally learns to move up the way. Gee, that's weird. How'd you manage to do that? Oh, Nightjar's back on the road. Make it look there, we'll have to do it. Pardon? Yeah, beautiful sky tonight. thought that tree that was over the road. Oh, but no clutch. I thought that tree that over the wasn't there this morning. The baby in the road. No, can you see them at all?
Yeah, kind of.
Pictures back. We're back. And hello everybody. Welcome back. I don't know why we're losing picture. We might have a cable problem again. We haven't had that for a while, but you know, the way things bounce around on this vehicle. Huh?
Yeah, just mind your hat.
Things aren't meant to. There's this. She's got funny ears. This cow. Her right ear is like deformed, and her left ear is a little bit floppy. You can't see them very well. Maybe I can just bounce some light there. That's not really helping much, is it? No, she didn't like it. Okay, let's get to the dam. If I can, I'm just gonna roll. I can't even. I'll hardly even do that. But she's not gonna appreciate me.
Picture back.
That was. I think it's back. Just bad signal breakup by the sounds of things.
Yeah, nothing.
I shall be in Love just east of Buffalo's Dam, leaving them. That little one's also got a floppy ear. Dad, you see that?
Yeah, we saw one with floppy ear the other day as well.
Like this one?
Yeah, it could be the same herd.
I haven't seen her before.
No.
Doesn't like me standing next to the car. I got another I haven't seen that little elephant before. Another floppy ear I've never seen. We've got 3 animals with floppy ears. I'm just gonna have to try and do this here and hope the elephants don't mind very much. I think I must be heavier on the clutch than you. Because you hardly ever have to change it during drive. Almost every drive I have to change it. Can only be because I'm heavier on the clutch. You have a lighter foot. Good night, elephants. Oops. I heard hippo, not seeing anything. There are a few ripples.
Mobile up there, approval.
I wonder. More elephants in here. This big male leopard was heading west. We've gone past the dam. It might be. I can't see a thing behind me at the moment. Let's go this way instead. I was going to go Nyala Road north and then back towards Chelapan. I don't really want to go to Chelapan and look for the cubs, but I do want to see if Karula's going to be around. But I decided, in fact, let's go this way out onto Biffles Cut Line or the fire break and head west. There's a big male leopard that this morning we saw his tracks. Who knows, he might be active, moving around again. have as much of the winter chill as we've been having. Once the sun goes down, it's quite pleasant temperature. We are on fairly high ground here. No doubt a little bit cooler in the dips. But for someone who feels the cold a lot, I mean, I've just got to... I put some sleeves on when we were watching the sunset. And I'm quite comfortable right now. I don't even have to put my jacket on, which is encouraging. Warmer weather is on the way. Sadly, what it means for some of you, though, it means you're going to be getting cold soon. But you'll have an Indian summer, and still got until October. Maryland in California. Hello Maryland, hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Let's see, California, you are mid-morning in California. I wanting to know if we're closing for the season. Well, we don't really have seasons, Maryland. We've been a 365 days a year operation. We don't close, but unfortunately, well, we are closing down, period. Coming to the end of live drive. There will be no more live drives from Safari TV, from Wild Earth Safari. Wild Earth is still going to be going with all the cameras. Wild Earth will still have Pete's Pond and the Duma Waterhole camera and all the Eagle cams around the world. Lots of cameras on the Wild Earth channel. We were one of those providers for Wild Earth, so Wild Earth will still be going, and I don't know what the plans are with Wild Earth. They might find a way to, I haven't any clue, they might find a way to resume live drives with another company, but those of us here at Safari TV, we have a week left, everyone. There are, at the end of this drive, there will be 14 drives left of Wild Earth Safari television, and then it will no longer exist. And that's all I want to think about it. Up till now, we've been putting it out of our minds. Tara and myself, we've been trying to keep it normal, and we're still going to try and carry on as normal. For this last week, we would rather not think about it. We are here for the animals and the wildlife. This is what our passion is. Driving around looking at animals, and we don't want to really think about that next week. It's just far too daunting right now. So we think we're in the present, the same as all the animals. Animals don't think about tomorrow and next week. Animals all think about the here and now. And we are as much part of their lives, being in their world, so we think like them. We're not thinking about next week, no. But I'm glad you managed to catch a few of the drives, Marilyn. I don't know how long you've been watching us. Some people have been here for many years. It's become almost like family. And that's why we're doing one or two different things, like Seb was presenting and Tara and I are getting a bit of camera practice in. Why I decided to bring my music system this afternoon, play a few bars from some songs. What have we got in the way of Marilyn wants to know if elephants give birth standing. Yes, they do, Marilyn. Baby has to drop for a couple of reasons. Goosebumps with that one now. But this is like a yellow, the grass is a yellow. Okay, that's too sad. Okay, last few minutes. Anybody got a suggestion? Oh, Carol.
Yeah.
Yes. Will's Carol.
Huh?
Will's Carol.
Yeah, I remember singing it on driving. We were saying, we were actually discussing who it was. It's darker. It's like when I first
Smokey. This one. What? This one. Oh, I don't have Neil Stark as like Carol. But I've got some Manacha, but there's this one. Okay, but that's Little Feet. Oh, Atlanta. Just another Georgia. Little Feet. What were you saying for Seb?
Yeah.
King of Gabon. This was just another Atlanta song. What is the song called? Seb, what's your song called? Mano Chao. He's not here. Oh, he's gone. See if I can think of it. Bonga Bong.
Yeah, that's it.
Mama was queen of the mambo, Papa was king of the Congo. Deep down in the jungle, I start banging up his bongo. Every monkey like to be in my place instead of me, 'cause I'm the king of bongo, baby, I'm the king of bongo bong. I went to the big town where there is a lot of sound. From the jungle to the city, looking for a bigger crown. So I play my boogie for the people of big city, but they don't go crazy when I'm banging on my boogie. I'm the king of the bongo, king of the bongo. Hear me when I come, baby.
It's like my iPod's like my laptop. Press a button and it takes 10 minutes to respond. Yeah, that's Seb's song. He sings King of Gabon instead of King of Bongo. Maybe we're too close to the lodge to play music now. Duna, yoo-hoo. Duna, yeah, kitty, kitty, kitty. Look like a right fool if he comes running up onto the damn wall. Well, no. No, I won't. I look like Dr. Doolittle. Or Dr. Foolittle. There's something. Two somethings. They're not cats. And the scrub hair. Where's the queen of the jungle? I wonder. Any of you have sent in any questions? I've been wondering, it's been a bit quiet. I'm starting to get a bit jealous here because Tara gets hundreds of questions, I get like 2. But we're having a problem evidently with the computer in FC. It keeps shutting down, so that might have something to do with it. If it was a leopard, there would be two eyes. There was an eye in here, but it's gone now. Might have been a bush baby. Very thick. No. We are going to just go past Chelapan just to have a look. Maybe Karula's back. Give Tara something to aim for in the morning. Well, I think she'll be aiming for Chelapan anyway in the morning. To see if Karula's back. scrub hairs out here for these leopards to chase. Laurie wants to know if it's warmer today. Yes, Laurie. I was saying earlier, it's considerably warmer this evening. There's still a little bit of a bite in the air, but I don't need to put my jacket on yet. Shirley wants to know if bush babies live in groups or are they solitary. They are generally solitary, monogamous. This is the lesser galago, or the lesser bush baby that we have here. There's a much bigger species, the thick-tailed bush baby. That lives more in the riverine areas, also solitary. Zanzibar, you see the bush babies and the domestic and feral cats running along the roofs of all the buildings in Stone Town, Zanzibar. It's bizarre seeing bush babies and domestic cats running around together. Tourists wants to know, what rhino are resident in the Sabi Sand? Yes, they are. We have lots of rhino here, Larissa. We just haven't seen any today. Lots of rhino tracks, lots of rhino dung, but no rhino today. Evidently a group of 8 of them just across the road of our boundary in the east. None of them on the side of that road. Is gone. And if I stand still, Kathy in Oregon, what's it like to sit in the dark in the middle of South Africa? I'm the wrong person to ask that because I'm comfortable. I mean, at home I sit in the dark. Everywhere I've been, almost every night of my life, I sit in the dark in the middle of the bush. I'm very comfortable. For me, it's home. For me, it's comforting to sit in the dark in the middle of nowhere, especially if I've got elephants around me. Then I know I'm very safe. Actually, most animals. See, my security blankets are the animals around me. I know that as long as there are animals around me while I'm sitting in the dark, nothing can happen to me, because the only thing I'm scared of are human beings and their erratic behavior. badly. Yeah, this is becoming impossible because we're just gonna take vehicle back and try and sort it out back at camp, and hopefully this is gonna stay steady while I say goodbye to you. Conundrum, why it's getting so bad. And of course, you're not going to be copying anything that I say. You're not going to be hearing anything that I say. Listen to me, radio talk, copying. You're not going to be hearing anything that I say because as soon as we move, there's a vibration, and that vibration is causing a loss of picture. So there's something to do with the cable and something that we're going to need to fix before tomorrow morning. But I've had a super afternoon. I hope you have too. My name is Mark. Tara has been with me on camera this afternoon, and Craig has been back in final control. And thank you from all of us here at Wild Earth Safari. We hope to see you tomorrow morning, Monday morning, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. Bye-bye.